Hi, I'm the Flannel Fox Tim Swernick, and it has been just over a year since I've been reviewing Nintendo Switch games on a YouTube channel. So I wanted to talk about what it's been like, how my opinions have evolved about reviewing games in a year, what it's like to start a YouTube channel. As of today, I have 2,397 subscribers, and I appreciate every single one of you. Thank you so much for your support. This year's been a journey in a lot of different ways. It took me a long time to get to 100 subscribers. I began in July 2017. It took me to about October to get 100 subscribers, which I was really psyched about, because then I could get youtube.com/c/theflannelfox instead of typing in that ridiculous YouTube URL that you have when you don't have 100 subscribers. It took me to the end of February to reach 1,000 subscribers, and from then I was really cranking out videos. And then since then, like I said, I have about 2,400. Things have sort of slowed down as far as reviews go because I just have so many different life things going on. And also, it can be really exhausting to review games, especially at the rate a video a week is essentially a game a week, and I'm one guy. That is a lot of gameplay, and then it's a lot of logging footage. I also have a 5-hour commute every day. So 2.5 hours to work, 2.5 hours back home, because I commute to New York City and I live in the Philadelphia area. And it takes a lot out of me. I'm really, really tired when I get home. That being said, if you are a subscriber to my channel, which I'm sure that you are if you're watching this, because nobody's searching my vlogs out yet, hopefully one day, you can tell that I haven't been putting out as many videos, and I just needed a little bit of a break. It gets really, really exhausting playing a game sometimes that you don't want to play. Forgive me for saying that, because some games, not every game is for every person. Some games are, like the game that I just put out a review for this week, Into the Breach by Subset Games. That is a beautiful game, and it is a Tim game. It is like right up my alley, so putting a ton of hours into that game was incredibly easy for me. Also, that particular game I've been hearing about on so many different outlets for so long that I wanted to sink my teeth into it so bad. And it was only available on PC. I have a Mac. It recently became available on the Mac, but I was hoping that it would come to Switch, and thank Joe Pesci that it did. Because that game is the shit. So I did a review for that, and I was really pumped about doing that review. Like, I was so excited. A buddy texted me when I was on the train home and told me that it dropped on Switch. I was like, shit, yeah. I actually immediately emailed Subset, and they were kind enough to give me a review code, and I banged it out as soon as possible, which is not always the case. I have a couple review codes now that what I do is when a new game's coming out, I throw a wide blanket, because you're going to not get every code that you ask for, and then sometimes you do get a code for the game. But it could be the night before the game comes out, or it could be a week before the game comes out, and you don't know. Or it could be the week before the game comes out, you get 3 different codes, and then you begin playing one, and you don't really like it. And then I'm like, all right, I have 2 codes. One of the games I don't really like, the other one I really, really like, so do I want to spend... You can't do both. Honestly, you just can't. There's not enough time. And if you don't put the time in, well, we'll get into that. That's a whole other topic about reviews. But if you don't put the time in, then it could be a bad video. And you gotta give a game as much time as you can before you put a review out on it. And you should beat a game. That doesn't always happen, because you gotta get, as a small YouTuber, you gotta get the game out the moment the embargo lifts. Because if you wait and another YouTuber gets the video out, as a small channel, you're not gonna get at the top of the YouTube search list. And if you don't get at the top of the YouTube search list, your video's not gonna get views. That being said, one of the things that is very fatiguing about reviews is that it doesn't necessarily need to be a good review to get views. It needs to be a game that people are really hyped about, so they're searching. because sometimes I do, like, there are some videos that I do, and I'm like, man, this is the best review that I've ever done. And I'm so psyched about it, and I put it out, and it's just like, it doesn't perform at all. And then other times when, honestly, my Darkest Dungeon review, I'm like, that's a decent review. It's a great game. That has like 54,000 views right now, which is my highest video. I wouldn't say that's anywhere near my best written review, but it has the most hits, which is great when you, even if, because essentially I always try to get whatever the title of the game is, Switch review. So if you type in Darkest Dungeon Switch review, mine's the first review that comes up. But you know that you did good if you type in Darkest Dungeon review, take the Switch out of it, and you still get one of the top 3 results. I think I have top 3 for that game. But there's a lot of different factors and a lot of things that I've learned over the year. My first review was for Implosion, which I should replay because it's been a while. But that was the first review that I ever did, and I listened to that, and it just, the way that you evolve in a year, I could just hear it in my voice, hear it in the things that I was saying. It's like, it's actually pretty rewarding when you look back and see like, oh wow, I did grow, I did get better, I did learn some things, which is nice. I'm trying to think of other things that I've learned over the year. I've definitely streamlined my process. My thumbnails used to suck. I was looking at those, I was like, man, you can't even see what the hell it says. And I think my first thumbnail was like really big, said Flannel Fox, and it's like nobody is gonna click that because they can't. Review was like this small, and Flannel Fox took up most of the thumbnail, which is stupid. And I've learned I like my thumbnail now. Probably gonna change it because it's always evolving. You gotta like keep things as fresh as you can, but I am happy with it for the time being. My videos do. I could say that every review I put out is going to get at least 1,000 views. Some do better. Like my Into the Breach that I put out on Thursday, right now has 2,300 views. Again, I think I was like one of the first Switch reviews to get out there, and that's the important thing. Like, honestly, sometimes it's not even quality is important, but getting it out faster is more important sometimes, which is another exhausting side, like a little inside baseball, but it's an exhausting side of doing reviews. And I'm sure many of you have put out videos and not got the results that you wanted, and sometimes, yeah, it can be frustrating. You just gotta keep on going. But that being said, I am gonna continue to do mouth jumble. I'm gonna continue to do reviews. Probably not as often as I did in the past, but eventually I would like to get back to a video a week. That being said, I think I'm going to do some games that are not on the Nintendo Switch. Like, right now, and I'm curious to see in the feedback if this sounds interesting, because I think I'm going to do it anyway, but I would like to hear. I was obsessed with Fallout 4 when it came out. I played through twice, and I think my first playthrough I had over a day, and it was like 2 days. On the second one, like a stealth character called Shadow. Not a very original stealth name, but what you gonna do? I still like the name for the character. Don't have a backstory or anything because my build didn't get that intricate, but yes, good character. But so I played through Fallout. I loved Fallout. I played through Fahaba and never played through Nuka World. So I'm playing through Nuka World. I'm gonna do a review playing that on Xbox. So sorry, Switchers. This one's gonna be for everybody. I mean, for people that play Fallout 4 on PC, Xbox, and PlayStation. But yeah, so what else did I learn in a year? My channel is monetized. I get, no money really from that. Like, I guess people don't know is if you don't really get into YouTube, you're like, yeah, you make money off of ads. Like, it says that I'm making some money, but I think you don't even get a check until you get to $100. I haven't gotten a check yet. I was actually monetized back in February, and then they changed everything, and then I got demonetized. And then back in June, I think I got remonetized right after my Ease 8 review. But you got to be getting some serious views to be able to maintain anything, because I haven't seen a dime, and I don't expect to see a dime from that for a while. And that's not why I do this, so I don't really care. But just in case you're like, oh, let's make YouTube videos to get rich. Nah, man, that is not how it goes at all. I heard some dude last week with me and my fiance were getting sushi. He was like, yeah, just buy a computer, I'm gonna just like make tons of money off Twitch. Like, it's easy, everybody does it. It's like, yeah, a lot of people do it. It's not easy. It is a job. It is work. People put in a lot of time doing this stuff. Like, there are a lot of other Switch reviewers too that have grown a lot faster than me because they put out a lot more content and they do very good stuff. Like Switch Watch, Switch Up, those guys are great. A lot of UK dudes cranking out reviews, but they have some good teams with multiple people. Yeah, I guess that's basically it. I just want to say hi. I'm gonna try to do more vlogs. I hate that name, vlog, but maybe just call it a show. It's the Flannel Fox Show. Anything else? I'm trying to think. What am I playing now? I got a review code for War Gods. It's a new NIS America game coming out. Let me just double check that. God Wars. Got a review code for God Wars, and the embargo already lifted, so I can talk about it a little bit. It is a tactical RPG. It's interesting. They have some... I've never played Final Fantasy Tactics. I think that's what it's called. But it looks a lot like it to me. And while it's not as intricate as, say, Into the Breach as a tactical RPG, and definitely not as brutal, it has a cool little art style that kind of looks like avatars from Xbox or like the Miiverse. And it has an elevation system so that if you get on a higher area than another your opponent, you get more damage. If they're facing forward and you hit them in the back of the side, you do more damage. So that's pretty cool. I am playing through that. I'm not sure when the review is going to be out because I generally play Switch games during my commute, and it's Labor Day, so I have off. And I played a little bit though. It's interesting. And if you're looking for something that is... And let me also say, I'm probably going to do a review on that. But if not, maybe I'll do a quick gameplay and then say, like, if it's worth buying. Which I can actually say right now that if you are a JRPG fan, I think it's worth a buy. It's pretty interesting. It has a job system sort of similar to Octopath and Bravely Default, which is pretty neat. And again, if you bought Into the Breach and you're having fun with that, and then you want to play something that's not going to kick your ass as much, you grow, like you just grow more because it's not a roguelike. So you have the time to get in that progression, and it's easier, but it's still fun. Also, just want to throw out there, if you like tactical RPGs and maybe Into the Breach was your first buy, get Disgaea 5. Disgaea 1 is coming out this September, which I am so fucking pumped about. I can't even tell you. But Disgaea 5, I reviewed it. I gave it a really good score. I forget what it was, probably like a 9, something like that. I love that game. I put in a ton of time, and that opened up my eyes to so many different JRPGs, and just like, damn, they're so good. As a whole genre, I just love JRPGs now. But tactical JRPGs just like scratch so many nerd things for me. I played a bit of Shadows Awakening. I got a code for that on the Xbox One, and I can't recommend that game. Couple of reasons why. So, it's supposed to be Diablo-like, which, yes, it's isometric. The art style is beautiful. It looks like such a good game. But it has a whole bunch of shit that I'm not really down with. Like, you switch between parallel universes, so you play as somebody in, like, the regular world, and then you switch over to a demon who plays in, like, the undead world. Which is cool. Sometimes, and you have to use those mechanics to solve puzzles. Like, say that you walk up to a bridge that's broken, you switch to the demon world, and these little floating blocks come up, and he can fly over it. Stuff like that is neat, but they have a bunch of sort of boring puzzles that they don't feel challenging, they feel tedious. Also, when you're in the demon world, the demon just kind of like sloshes through enemies, and there's no real good feeling. Like in God of War, you throw the axe, it comes back, hits the hand, and you feel it. You feel the combat, and this just feels like you're sloshing through clouds. Like, it doesn't feel responsive. Even when you switch to the other guy and you're shooting with a bow and arrow, it feels really good. But yeah, this just doesn't. It doesn't feel good in the combat. There are a ton of side quests that I was playing through, and they're so tedious. I was like, man, this is really just not for me. And I was really pumped. I thought that I was going to do a review on that one, but I don't know if I can put in all the time for a game that I'm not going to give a good score. Which I guess I should, but again, that brings us back to the same old loop, and it's like, but I'm talking about it now. So this is me wholeheartedly not recommending that game. There are some other reviews out there where people generally dig the game, and it's a review is a person's opinion, and this is mine. Don't dig it. What the hell else am I playing? I'm still playing Into the Breach, which I'm going to play Into the Breach for a damn long time, because that game is just, like I said, it's a game for me. Taking a hiatus on Dead Cells. Eventually I will review that game probably, because I love that game. I'll give it a great score. So, boom. But I haven't beat it yet. It is so difficult, and it's so high intensity. Like in my morning commutes, I kind of don't play that game anymore, because I was like, it would stress me out when you play a game. I like to sort of unwind with a relaxing game. It's actually really nice for me to play Into the Breach right now, because it's turn-based. So you're not like just constantly moving and slicing and dropping and bashing, and that game gets so intense. It's amazing, but that sort of intensity is not a thing to do in the morning. You know, relax, drink a coffee, destroy some Vex with your mechs. You know what I'm saying? What else? Again, I want to thank everybody that is a subscriber on my channel. Thank you so much for the support. It means a lot. It truly does. Tell your friends. I need more subbies. We are slowly getting towards 10,000 subscribers, which that is my like next goal, because when I get to 10,000 subscribers, I can be on the, I think it's like a Nintendo Content Creation Club or some shit like that. And whatever, you get Nintendo codes, which is like amazing. And that's it. It's Labor Day. Everybody have a damn good Labor Day. Spend it with your family. Spend it playing games. Spend it however the hell you want. Don't listen to me. I don't have to tell you. But have a good one. If you're working today, when you get off, have a good day, man. Spread positivity. Be nice. Yeah. Flannel Fox Tim Swernick. Thanks for watching. Follow me on Twitter at the Flannel Fox. Follow me on Instagram at the Flannel Fox Gamer. Subscribe to my YouTube channel if you're just peeping through and happen to see this video. I'm the Flannel Fox Tim Swernick. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you for subs. Labor Day. Go out and enjoy yourself. Peace.